This video is for Big Data Technologies final project, and it's going to be broken into three parts. The first part, I will give an introduction to how we got our data. The second part will be from David, who is my partner, and he will give you a demo of the data using our Jupyter notebook, and the last part will be the Zeppelin notebook. So I'll get started. Okay, so we're looking at the data set right now. So first, to get the data, we went to this link right here, and then we used our command prompt and ran this command right here. From there, we got our data into PuTTY, which is right here, and we put the data into our data folder, and that's how we reference it. It was a little difficult at first because we tried to get it to HDFS, which didn't work, but then we just put it in our sandbox and processed it. So from here, David will take it and he'll give a quick demo on the Jupyter notebook. All right, great.
This is the data that I got. It's the New York City parking data for the month of 2013, for the years 2013, 2014. Encompassed quite a bit of information. It was something like 900,000 rows. It was 2 gigs worth of data. Basically, the data encompasses every parking ticket created by New York City. This data was put out there publicly by the New York City Open Data Project. So here we are, we're doing a describe on the table, and we're doing a small gator of the table. We're reading it and showing only 5 rows though. Here's a list of persisting all the data of the issuing agencies. So apparently there's 34 issuing agencies. Everybody from the Port Authority of New York, the Triborough Bridge Commission, Conrail, Roosevelt Island Security Authority, the Health and Hospital Department. Parking Control Unit is only one of them. So then their codes. This is all the reasons you can get a parking ticket and the price. The minimum parking ticket is $50. That's for the first offense. These are all first offenses. Most of them are $65, $115. So if you figure there's 900,000 rows and each one is $115, it can add up. Here we are, we're doing a kind of a query. I wanted to see what the number of tickets were, who got the plate, what the state of registration was, why they got the ticket, and what the total amount was. So for this particular person, plate ID, they have $6,000 worth of tickets. And here's the number of tickets for make and model. So apparently white Fords from 2013 got a lot of tickets. And this is 1,000 rows of ticket data. Scrolling to the end. And now finally we have the number of tickets and the issuing agency and why they got the ticket plus the county. So New York County, Queens County, King County. And here, down here is Queens County and the Bronx. And this is also 1,000 rows. So it's the police department, the traffic department. Here's unknown, other is a possibility. Scrolling through the data here. Unknown. The sanitation department I know is in here. So anyway, most of this data can be found on this website. Goes through all the different data sets. For instance, here's transportation. New driver application status. Here's the data type. Here's a sample of the data. 7,000 rows of new data application. And the data definitions. So all this was freely available from New York City. And we enjoyed it because it was a wealth of data. There's a lot of money in parking tickets. I want to see what the largest city in the United States could carry was getting in parking tickets, how much money they were actually earning in parking tickets, and who was getting the tickets and who was writing the tickets.
My quick demo of the Zeppelin notebook. To start out, here's the data set. Here's where we grab the data. We have 4 files. Basically, how I arrange this is I ran this code, and then to go ahead and grab the data and print out the schema, I use this command. And down here is where I put it into a data set. And you'll also see right here is where I put it into a data frame. This is how I published it. Apparently in Zeppelin, you have to publish all the tables. And so this is the command to do that. And I did a count. This count was just to make sure everything was working. So I did this for fiscal 15, fiscal 16, 17, and then I went ahead and added all those up. And the final number we got was 3 million rows. So I also created a date dimension. Basically, I want to join on this table to pull monthly data and also weekday data. So I created a CSV file, and then I published the date dim to Zeppelin. For my analysis, basically I created charts. That's the cool thing about Zeppelin is you can create charts. Here's the SQL code. Basically, you can make the chart look however you want. You can also look at it in table view. So I'll put it back to a bar chart. So basically what we're looking at is in New York City, license plate wise, the most tickets were to the state of New York. Here is the top 10. Coming down here, we have car model type. As you can see, we have Ford being the top one. This is the top 10 right here. If we want to switch the chart, we could quickly see what the top 10 are. Coming down here, we have vehicle year. Kind of interesting, I thought. Newer cars are ticketed much more than older cars, maybe because there's more newer cars on the road. And if we look here, this is going to be the frequency. Again, this is linked up to date dim. I'm doing a union all and pulling on a join. But yeah, we can see it looks like May, the most tickets were written, and during the week, the most tickets are written. Sunday, clearly not, because you can park for free. So then what I did was I wanted to look at historical. So basically I unioned all off of it and was able to pull all 3 years. So these numbers are much, much higher in the 24 millions. And these queries take quite a bit of time to run. Yeah, so you can see most of the data actually synced up pretty well when doing comparisons. Maybe the biggest thing I noticed is Friday. kind of stood out. Um, and if we look here, again, we have May being one of the higher months, and also January, the lowest being July. Yeah, so that's it. Really enjoyed Zeppelin. I loved how these charts work. Remind me a lot of Power BI or Tableau. And yeah, I look forward to maybe cleansing the data a little bit better. One thing I noticed up here is some of the data um, needed to be converted. So a lot of it, almost everything is strings. Um, but I would want to convert that data through an ETL process. So each is for the next part of the class. All right, thanks. Bye.